Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Let's get right into it. Well, wanted to start off the video by saying it is the 1 year anniversary of the spot ETF for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin spot ETF today, January 10th, is the 1 year anniversary for the Bitcoin spot ETF. So yeah, I just wanted to start off the channel with that news in case you guys didn't know. The first Bitcoin spot ETF started 1 year ago on January 10th, 2024, and today, January 2025, is the 1 year anniversary for the spot Bitcoin ETF. And before we get into the daily Bitcoin update, the daily XRP, XLM, Jasmy update, and the crypto update in general, I want to start off with this article about the US Bitcoin's ETF first anniversary. So basically, many executives and analysts predicted the success of US Bitcoin ETF in 2024, but the funds surpassed expectations. The first year of spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds, or ETF, in the US exceeded all expectations, marking a historic debut that reshaped both the Bitcoin market and traditional finance. Following approval from the U.S. Securities Exchange, or the SEC, on January 10, 2024, U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF began trading the following day. In less than a year, they have contributed 100% of the $44.2 billion in inflows to crypto investment products globally as of the end of 2024. To mark 1 year since their launch, Cointelegraph reached out to several ETF providers and analysts for their insights into why the US became the global leader in Bitcoin ETFs in 2024. So it looks like Cointelegraph interviewed all these BlackRock and all these people, Grayscale, who give ETF, and I guess most of them, I'll just summarize it. They said that it surpassed their expectations. Some people, like this quote right here says, "Our estimates were a much more modest $14 billion for the year." But, I guess, they had over $44.2 billion in inflows for the year of 2024. So basically, it surpassed everybody's expectation. So happy anniversary to the US Bitcoin ETF. And that's pretty good news. The more Bitcoin gets mass adopted, either by just buying Bitcoin, through exchanges or DEXs, or wallets, or now, all the traditional investors, they could also buy ETF or the Bitcoin spot ETF. So this is just gonna make the Bitcoin price go up, and it's gonna make the rest of the cryptos goes up, and that's gonna make our bags go up as well. So this is good news. In the first year of the U.S. Bitcoin spot ETF, it had over $44 billion of inflows. So that's great news. Just wanted to start off with that good news. So this is not the time to be bearish. This is the time to be bullish. We got a lot of bullish things, for this 2025 year. Before we get into the updates, let's start off by looking at the top 100 crypto bubbles. See what the day is looking like. And I see nothing but a sea of green. I see nothing but green bubbles. Well, I do see a few red bubbles, probably like 10%. I see about like 10 to 15 red bubbles. But most of the market is green. Looks like we are bouncing back. Bitcoin's bouncing back from the 91,000 low it had yesterday, and looks like it's just bouncing back, but it will probably continue to go sideways. If you guys saw my video yesterday, I showed you how Bitcoin goes sideways about 80% of the time, and only 20% of the time it does violent moves to the upside or to the downside. But right now it's just going sideways. It has been going sideways for over a month and a half, and I do see more sideways continuing. But at any time, I do believe Bitcoin is going to make a violent move to the upside. Maybe sometime before January 20th, or if it doesn't happen before January 20th, then it's probably going to happen, as soon as Donald Trump comes into office in January 20th. We might see a Donald Trump pump, or we might see a early rally before Donald Trump comes into office. Let's see what the biggest gainers for the days are. The biggest gainer here in the top 100 is IOTA. Oh no, Phantom. Oh no, BSB. BSB out of nowhere. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision is up 16.9% up for the day. Then we got Phantom FTM is up 13.5% for the day. IOTA 10.7% up for the day. So all these old school coins, making a comeback. They're definitely bouncing back pretty good. Let's see what the channel favorites are doing. We got XLM is up 5.6% up for the day. Let's see where XRP is. XRP is up 3.8% up for the day. Let's see where Jasmy is at. Can we find Jasmy by eyeballing it, or do we have to type it in? All right, here I found it. Jasmy is up 1.3% up for the day. So it looks like the favorites are bouncing back. Looks like they're not going to break their local bottoms. They're just going to continue to go sideways until Bitcoin makes a big move to the upside. So let's get right into the Bitcoin update. See what Bitcoin is doing at the time of recording. Current price of Bitcoin at the time of recording is $94,342. Like I said, it's just bounced back from the low it did yesterday. Yesterday's low was 91,187, which basically was a double bottom, like I had here. Actually a triple bottom, because on December 30th, I had a local bottom of 91,271, and also on November 26th, it had a local bottom of 90,682, and then this third triple bottom on January 9th. Was 91,187. So basically right around 91,000, just to for even numbers, has been triple bottoming. And usually after triple bottoms, I notice we go to the upside. So I still believe we're just gonna keep going sideways for Bitcoin between like 90K and 100K, with a few wicks below or higher, but basically that's gonna be the main range between 90K and 100K. We've been in this range since November 20th, 2024. So it's been over a month and a half now. So we're due to break out to the upside at any time. Now there's a lot of bears out there, a lot of FUD out there. A lot of people think that that we're gonna break below, that we're gonna go to like 76K and 80K. But I don't think that's gonna happen. A lot of people are also saying that there's a head and shoulders playing out, and it kind of does look like a head and shoulders. Here's the left shoulder, here's the head, and here will be the right shoulder. But I don't think it's going to break down to 76K or 80K. I have been looking at the charts, and we're in the third year of the bull run, and the third year of the bull run is the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin, and we usually don't have very violent swings to the downside on the parabolic bull run, or not at least until we break above 120K. Because I also noticed on the previous three cycles Bitcoin had, Bitcoin doesn't have a deep correction of 30% or more until it does a 100% move from price discovery. And now Bitcoin did price discovery on November 6th. Here, let me go. Let me make this chart. Give me a second here. Let me go here. November 6th, Bitcoin broke price discovery. Price discovery, in case you don't know, is when you break the previous all-time high and you stay above it. You continue to go up. So on November 6th, we broke the 2021 cycle high of 69K, and we did have a wick in March 2024 up to 73,600. But we came right back down. We didn't stay above 69K when we wicked to 73K in March of 2024. So the true price discovery to me was in November 6, 2024, when we broke above 69K and 73K, and we continued to rally all the way up to $108,000 in about a month, in about a month and a half. We got to $108,000 on December 17th. And I noticed on the three previous cycles that Bitcoin doesn't have a 30% correction or more until it completes a 100 move from price discovery. So 100 move from price discovery that started in November 6th would be 69,000 times 2. So that would be around $138,000. So in all three previous cycles, Bitcoin, did like, small corrections, because nothing moves up in a straight line. Of course, there's red days. Nothing goes up, in a straight line. But, basically Bitcoin at least has to double before it does a 30% or more correction. And we've had corrections, but the biggest correction has only been like 15.72%. Here, this is the biggest correction we've had since Bitcoin went into price discovery. Here, let me measure it for you. From 108,000 to 91,000. Right there. And see, and that says 15. Even if we go to this one right here, whichever, it's right about the same thing. It's 15.79%. So that's the biggest correction it's had. But right under 16% correction for this cycle. I mean, after price discovery right now. So we haven't had a deep correction for Bitcoin. We've had a lot of red days because the market has been just ranging, or Bitcoin has been ranging between 90K and 100K. Just confusing everybody, making everybody fearful. That's why a lot of people are getting bearish and thinking we're going to 76K or 80K, because the market is taking a long time to go for another leg up. But in reality, we've only had the biggest correction we've had is only 15.79% correction. So I do believe if history repeats, and it usually does, it's not exact, but it rhymes. The last three previous cycles, Bitcoin has gone up at least double, made a 100% move from price discovery until it does a 30% correction or more. So that's why I don't believe we're going to go to like 76K or 80K. Because if we went down to 76 or 80K, that would mean it would be a 30% or more correction. But that hasn't happened in the past in all three previous cycles, all three previous 4-year cycles for Bitcoin. And usually history repeats, and the four-year cycle has been playing out to the T every time. And until it stops playing out to the T, I'm gonna continue to follow the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin because that's what has happened every single time. The data shows, the Bitcoin chart shows that we are not that the probabilities are showing that we're not going to go to 76K or 80K until we at least get above around $138,000. Now I'm being conservative. I'm saying at least above 120K, and then we'll have a 30% correction, but not right now. I mean, everything is possible. I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody really knows 100% what's going to happen for Bitcoin or crypto tomorrow or the next day. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know 100% for sure what's going to happen. But studying the charts and the probabilities, and like I just told you, Bitcoin is showing that it has to at least get above 120K and possibly up to 138K before it has a 30% correction. That's why I don't believe it's time for us to have that 30% correction, because if we did go to 76K or 80K, that would mean a 30% correction or more. So that's why I believe we're just going to keep going sideways for Bitcoin between 90K and 100K, and at any time, it could be any day now, either sometime in any day in the next few days or within a week, we're gonna see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Now it might take a little bit longer because we do have the January 20th 2025 inauguration for Donald Trump coming in to be president. So maybe it'll be like a Donald Trump pump effect, just like it happened in November 5th and November 6th of 2024 when Donald Trump got elected president. We had that big pump. So maybe something like similar is going to play out. So we might be waiting for Donald Trump to take office, and then we'll have a Donald Trump pump. So either at any time we're going to pump above 108K, or we might have to wait until Donald Trump takes office. Something like that's going to play out. So, but I don't believe we're going to drop below 90K. I do believe 90,000 is the line in the sand for Bitcoin. We'll probably just keep ranging between 90K and $100,000 until all of a sudden, before you know it, without notice, the market maker will flip the switch and reverse Bitcoin, and it'll make it go parabolic. Because you have to remember what part of the 4-year cycle we're in for Bitcoin. We're in the third year of the bull run for Bitcoin, and the third year of the bull run, is the parabolic phase for Bitcoin. So it's about to go parabolic. Remember, Bitcoin has 1 year bear market and 3 years of bull run. Here, let me show you, because seeing is believing. Let me make this 5 years here. It's easier to see. It always does this to me. But let me see if I make it all. Is that better? Nope, that's worse. 1 year. Well, that's a little better right there. Okay, so let me make it 5 years. See if it helps now. I don't know why this chart always does that to me. All right, here, let me make it monthly, and then here, bear with me, guys. Just trying to get it so you guys could look at it pretty good. Okay, 1 year. There it is, a little better. Okay, so let me show you the 1 year bear market, and then I'll show you the 3 years of bull run. So the 1 year bear market was from November 2021 until November 2022. So this November 2021, November 10, 2021 is when Bitcoin topped off in the previous cycle at $69,000. And then from November 10, 2021, it had 1 year bear market. Notice how it just kept going down, 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 down. Nothing but, violent moves to the downside, consolidation, and then violent moves to the downside, consolidation. Consolidation is the same thing as a range. Like right now we're having a range between 90K and 100K. So that would also be a consolidation period, or some people call it accumulation period, because it's a good time to buy before it goes to higher prices. But the 1 year bear market has consolidations, and then violent moves to the downside, more consolidation, violent moves to the downside, more consolidation, violent moves to the downside, and it just has more consolidation. This was a longer consolidation here, and then more violent moves to the downside. And it just keeps doing that for a year. Consolidation, violent move to the downside. Consolidation, violent move to the downside until it bottoms out. But remember, it was November 10, 2021, which was the top of the bull run last cycle. And then it took a little bit over a year. It took 1 year and 10 days. Let's see how many days. 1 year and 1 year and 11 days exactly to the T, and the bear market bottomed out at $15,460. So the bear market low this cycle that we're in right now was November 21, 2022. So the bear market was actually 1 year and 11 days exactly, and then it bottomed out. But we just round to the nearest year, so about a year bear market down, and then it has 3 years of bull run. And now see how it has 3 years of bull run. From November 21, 2022, it just kept going up, 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 up. Of course you had red days, and corrections, but we just kept grinding up. The trend was to the upside. So it's just 3 years of bull run. So the 3 years of bull run began in November 22, 2022, and it just kept going up. We range. This was like a range. This was like a bottom range right here. And then violent moves to the upside, and then we range here a few more days, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, violent moves to the upside, and then we range from January 21 to March 16, so about almost 2 months. So right around almost 2 months we ranged, and then we had a violent move to the upside, and we got into a new range. But at the same time, we're in the bull run, so we just kept, grinding upwards. We range, and then we have violent moves to the upside in the bull run. Remember, in the bear market, we range, and we have violent moves to the downside. So we just kept, ranging, and then, we have another big range here from from March from March 18, 2023, all the way until, see how we had this big range here from March 18, 2023, all the way till October 22, 2023. So basically about like 7 months. We range between like $25,000 and $31,000, like 31.8. We range, for 8 months between 25,000 and 31,800, and then we had a violent move to the upside. But remember, it's the bull run, so the violent moves are always to the upside. And after the range, after the consolidation or accumulation period, however you want to call it, we kept, this violent move to the upside just kept grinding, and then we had another range right here. The next range was from December 7th, 2023. No, December 6th, 2023, until February 12th, like February 11th, 2024. And then we have more violent moves to the upside, and we kept going to higher prices. So this range lasted from December 6th to February 25th. From February 25th. So that was about like 2 months, right around there. No, around December 5th. That would be 3 months. So about 3 months. No, actually, it lasted right here. I'm sorry, I did it wrong right here. So this range actually lasted from December 6th all the way up to February 11th, because that's when we broke out of the range and then had violent move to the upside. So that lasted about 2 months, and then after this violent move to the upside, a few days, it went 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And then we got into another small range. But this range didn't last that long. This range only lasted 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. And this range was only, between like 50,000 and 52,000. And then we had a big violent move to the upside. We got all the way up to 73,600 when we made that local top. That new all-time high, but we wicked right under. See, we only stayed up a few days above 69K. 69K. Let's find it. So we made a new all-time high for a few days. So only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about a week we stayed above the new all-time high 69K, and then we dipped back under, and then we just kept ranging. We kept ranging between like $54,000 and about $70,000, $71,000. We just kept ranging for 8 months. That was a long consolidation or a long range. We ranged from March 2024 all the way to the end of October 24. So about 8 months between 54K and 70K. We had a few wicks above 70K and a few wicks, below 54K, but that was the main range. There are a few wicks. We could have wicks below and above, but it's just like a 1 day quick wick, and then it recovers right away. But the range lasted for 8 months until the end of October, and then during the elections, the USA presidential elections, then we had another violent move to the upside. Until we got to $108,000, and now we just been ranging basically, but the range really has been from November 20th, until now. But notice, what I want you to notice is that the violent moves to the downside was during the 1 year bear market. During this whole bull run, I just showed you 2 years of bull run that we just had. We're now in the third year of the bull run. After the ranges, after it consolidates, look at all these consolidations. These consolidations, and then violent moves to the upside, not to the downside. More consolidation and more violent moves to the upside. More consolidation and then more violent moves to the upside. More consolidation and then more violent moves to the upside. Even if we have an 8 month consolidation, it didn't have a violent move to the downside. A lot of people were scared, thought that the bull run was over. After this 8 months of consolidation we had from March to October 2024, but no, I just had another violent move to the upside. So now, we're in this this range between 90,000 and 100,000 from November 20th until now, over a month and a half. So a lot of people are getting scared that the bull run is over, that $108,000 was the top of the bull run this cycle, that we're going to 76K or 80K. But I believe it's just going to continue, because we have to know what part of the 4-year cycle we're in for Bitcoin. We're in the 3rd year of the bull run for Bitcoin, which is the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin. So we're just going to have another violent move to the upside, at any time. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you exactly what date, but I know it's going to be soon. And the probabilities show that it's not going to be a violent move to the downside like a lot of people are expecting. Because I just showed you, that the violent moves to the downside after consolidation happened during the bear market. And the violent moves to the upside happened during the bull run. And remember, Bitcoin has 1 year Bitcoin has 1 year bear market and 3 years of bull run. So right now we're in the beginning of the 3rd year of the bull run. So the violent moves that Bitcoin has are going to be to the upside. So that's why I don't think we're going to go under 90K. I do believe 90K is going to hold. We're just consolidating. And once Bitcoin is done consolidating, whenever that is, it could be tomorrow, the next day, in a few days, or it could be until January 20th, until President Donald Trump takes office. But pretty soon here, before you know it, once everybody's lullaby to sleep and everybody gets caught off guard, Bitcoin is going to have violent moves to the upside, and it's going to go to higher prices, and then it's going to start a new range, and and probably have a 30% correction then. But I don't expect a 30% correction until Bitcoin at least gets above 120K. But there are chances, if history repeats, that it could get to at least 100, that it could potentially get to $138,000 and then have a 30% correction. But I'm being conservative. I'm in the camp that it has to get at least above 120K before it has a 30% correction, a deep or more. I mean, I could have a deeper correction. It could be more than 30% correction, but for sure, I do see it going to higher prices. Oh, let me see. There's a comment on the chat. Let me see what it says. It says, "Could we please take a look at sushi?" For sure, Big Baby G. I'll take a look at sushi. So that's pretty much the Bitcoin update, guys. It's been the same the last few days. I mean, it gets pretty boring. Could get pretty repetitive, but I mean, that's what Bitcoin and trading is. 80% of the time, it just goes sideways. It's just kind of boring, and then only 20% of the time, it either it goes up or down. Has violent moves to the upside or down. But remember, we're in the bull run, so the next violent move is going to be to the upside, not to the downside, because we're not in the bear market. Okay, let's take a look at sushi for Big Baby G. Let me type it in. And I've been eyeing sushi. Hopefully you guys bought some sushi. If you guys would have been following me, over like 2-3 months ago when I started my channel, I told everybody about sushi when it was around 70 cents. I told you guys it was a really good buy. A lot of people were comparing it to Solana. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Let me see. Oh, let me type it in. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say sushi? I was thinking sui. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's take a look at sushi. But I thought she said sui. But yeah, sui is also a good play. I was wondering about sushi. I was suspecting the sui price. Here, let me go to cryptocurrency coin market cap here. Let's go to sushi here. I had sui on my head because I've been I bought some sui earlier in the dip when it got to around like 450. So that's why I had sui in my mind. But you said sushi, so let's take a look at sushi. So you're talking about sushi swap. I'm pretty sure you're talking about sushi swap. So let's take a look at sushi. Okay, here's another comment here. It says, it's great to hear the Bitcoin bull run confirmation. Thank you. You're welcome, Big Baby G. Yeah, yeah, don't listen to the bears out there. A lot of people are saying it's going to go to 76K or 80K, that the head and shoulder pattern is going to play out, but I just don't think so. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't really know 100%, but I'm just going by the Bitcoin chart and the probabilities. Anything could happen. The world could end tomorrow, but most likely it won't. Usually history repeats, and the history shows on the Bitcoin chart that the next violent move is going to be to the upside, not the downside. So let's look at a sushi here. Current price of sushi swap is $1.49. Current market cap is $391.48 million. Circulating supply is 263.31 million, which is pretty good because that's basically it's about 99% of the supply is already circulating, because the total supply is 279 million. So that's pretty good. It's already all out in circulation. It's a really good buy. I definitely I think if you're interested in sushi, Big Baby G, it's still a really good buy, because the all-time low was at 45 cents, which was made in August 4, 2024. So it's only up, a little bit over 200%. So it's only, done like a 2x from its all-time low. And the all-time high it did on the previous bull run was $23. So so definitely I do believe. Let's see here. Let me put on the all-time chart here. See what it looks like here. So it's basically, it reminds me of the Jasmy chart. You know how Jasmy basically did like a 99% retracement from its all-time high in 2021. So I definitely think sushi is going to be a pretty good play still. It's one of these cryptos that hasn't mooned yet, and that's what I've been telling you guys if you've been listening to my videos. Unless you like XRP and XLM, and you really like them, still a good time to buy. You'll probably still get like a good maybe like a 5-6x on XRP, or could be up to a 10x if it does get up to $30. And on XLM you could still do at least like a 10x, maybe a 15x if it does get to $7. But if you're looking for higher returns, something like sushi would be a good play, Big Baby G, because it's only it's still pretty good price. It's very cheap. The market cap is only 391 million, and the potential is really good. It did get as high as $23 last cycle, so I'm thinking it might double at least. It might at least get to like $46. So it's still a really good play. So if you bought sushi right now, you still do like a good 25x. These dexes, they have a lot of potential. We saw what Uniswap did last cycle. Uniswap was like a big massive gainer. So like these dexes like Sushi Swap, especially Sushi Swap, it's very popular. So I definitely recommend it. Big Baby G, if you're looking into it, or if you already hold, hopefully you bought it when it was at lower price. But even if you didn't, I still think it's a good price and it's still a good play, because all the most of the coins are already circulating. It's already 99% supply. It's at only 200% above the all-time low, and it's available in a lot of places. You could buy it at Binance, you could buy it at Sushi Swap, Coinbase exchange. So it's got like AAA exchanges like BitGet, Kraken, KuCoin, Mexi, and it's got like a 26 pages of where you could buy it. So it's very, very available. Oh wait, let me see if there's more comments. It says here, yep, Sushi Swap, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. So definitely, I think that is a good play, Big Baby G. If you're thinking about buying it, you should definitely buy it, sometime soon, before the parabolic bull run begins again. I've heard a lot of things for Sushi Swap. I personally don't own any sushi because I have a lot of other coins already. I can't buy them all. I wish I could, but I definitely think sushi is a good play, Big Baby G. let's see what it's all about. Let's see about Sushi Swap. It says, what is Sushi Swap about? Sushi Swap is a decentralized exchange DEX that operates on an automated market maker AMM across multiple blockchain networks. It allows users to swap tokens and provide liquidity without relying on traditional order books. With a swap and aggregation stack spanning over 40 chains, SushiSwap offers extensive liquidity access and competitive pricing for swaps, along with smart liquidity solution for liquidity providers. The platform's native token Sushi provides holders with governance rights and a share of transaction fees. Sushi Labs, the development arm of Sushi DAO, is building a multi-DEX ecosystem through strategic partnerships and innovative DeFi primitives, including projects like Susa, Saru, and Wara. So for more information, visit SushiSwap. So definitely a good pick. All the coins are already in circulation. There's no unlocks that are scheduled. And let's look at the chart now. Okay, let me look at the chart. Let's go look at it. So definitely it's a good play. Thank you for reminding me of this one, Big Baby G. Because I mean, there's so many coins. I mean, it's hard to keep track of all of them. I mean, I own over like 15 cryptos. But I mean, this might be a good play. If I get some dry powder, I might definitely pick some up. Not that you reminded me about it. I did know about it. I had been eyeing it in the past, but I just didn't get to buy it because I don't have enough money. I wish I had enough money to buy all the cryptos. I like all cryptos, especially the low market caps. But let's see what Sushi's doing here in the chart. Okay, why is it not making it bigger? Oh, there it is. Just want to try to make it bigger. Okay, so basically here in the chart, it looks like the current price is $1.48. Yesterday, January 10th, or basically today, January 10th, we closed at $1.48, and the day before that, we closed at $1.44. But it looks like it is bouncing back, and this looks very similar to the Jasmy chart. This reminds me if you look here, let me put the Jasmy chart up. It looks almost identical to the Jasmy chart. See, it looks just like the Jasmy chart, but the Jasmy chart is showing bigger for some reason, but it looks just like the Jasmy chart. So it's very bullish. Now let me go back to Sushi. So yeah, it looks very similar to the Jasmy chart. So look at this wick it had here on December 20th. Just like Jasmy, it had that wick to December 20th also. So look, that's identical to Jasmy. So I definitely think this low is going to hold for Sushi here. I guess it wicked down to $1.26. So it's basically retesting the lows here. It's just going sideways. But I do believe $1.26 is going to hold for Sushi Big Baby G. It's probably just going to keep ranging, between like $1.33 and $1.86, until Bitcoin, goes parabolic again. Like you guys have been watching my videos, you would know that, that XRP, XLM, Jasmy, Sushi, all the cryptos, 99% of the cryptos are just waiting for Bitcoin to go to a new all-time high, and then that's when the cryptos are going to rally. So this is just going to range somewhere between like $1.33 and like $1.86, until Bitcoin goes parabolic again. So this is a good price right here, $1.47. It's not going to get much lower. The difference between $1.33 and $1.47 is very minor. So if you're thinking about buying Sushi right now, or if anybody's thinking about buying Sushi right now is the time to buy it, because Bitcoin could go parabolic at any time. It could go tomorrow, the next day, or we might have to wait until January 20th when Donald Trump takes office. But the next violent move is going to be to the upside for Bitcoin, and when that happens, all the cryptos are going to follow. Like I've said before, Bitcoin is the original crypto. Bitcoin is like the father of all the cryptos. The altcoins are all the children of Bitcoin, and the children follow the father. So once the father, which is Bitcoin, goes parabolic again and makes new all-time highs, all the children, all the altcoins are gonna follow, and that's what the altcoins are waiting for. They're waiting for Bitcoin to make new all-time high, and then sushi and all the cryptos are gonna follow and make new all-time highs too. So definitely, I think sushi is a good play. Definitely. I would definitely buy some sushi if I had some dry powder. I just used up all my dry powder. I would hope that these prices stay down a few more days. Hopefully I could get some more dry powder. I might buy some sushi actually. Now that you reminded me of sushi, Big Baby G, because it's definitely a good play. And I have a few dexes already, but you never know which dex is gonna go parabolic. Like I own some Aerodrome Finance. I own some Uniswap, but Uniswap already mooned, so I own a little bit of Uniswap, but I own a lot of Aerodrome Finance, and sushi might be one of these next Aerodrome Finance. Aerodrome Finance already mooned, but like if you've been listening to my videos, some cryptos are early bloomers and some cryptos are late bloomers. So sushi might have a similar run like Aerodrome Finance. Aerodrome Finance local low, all-time low was 8 cents. So it's already done like over a 12x. It did get as high as like $2. So at one point it already had done a 24x. And and sushi only doing a 200% move from the all-time low. It could be the next Aerodrome Finance. So definitely I do think sushi is a good buy, Big Baby G. Well, hopefully that helped you out. All right, let's get right into the XRP update. See what XRP is doing at the time of recording. Current price of XRP is $2.34. Same thing. If you've been listening to my videos, it gets repetitive. XRP just been going sideways for over a month now. We did close January 10 here at $2.34. Looks like we are bouncing back. Yesterday we closed at 227. We made this local low here the day before that at 220, but XRP has been basically staying above $2. So XRP is doing really good. I do expect big things for XRP this cycle. I do believe it's mimicking the 2017 cycle it had when it did over a 500x. So if you've heard my videos before, I'm very bullish on XRP and XLM. I do believe they're going to have a massive bull run this cycle. Now, I don't think XRP could do a 500x from its bear market low this cycle, but I do believe it could do somewhere between a 50x to a 100x. So the bear market low for XRP was around 30 cents. So I do believe it could do at least 50x, which would be around $15. And if Bitcoin gets anywhere close to 250k, I do believe it could get to around $30. But stay bullish on XRP. It's just coiling up, just waiting for Bitcoin to make a new all-time high. And then, I do expect XRP's moonshot to be very similar to the one it just had here on November 5th. Where it went from 50 cents, November 5th, it was at 50 cents. And it went all the way to almost $3, $2.90 in about a month. So once, XRP moonshots, once Bitcoin rallies to a new all-time high, XRP is going to do a big moonshot. It'll probably do another, probably do like another 5 to 6x. So, let's just say it moonshot it, tonight. It would probably do like, 5 times 230 would be around 10, like $11.50. So somewhere, between like $11.50 to $13 is my next price target for XRP. Once Bitcoin goes parabolic, and once XRP follows and goes parabolic, it's probably going to repeat this move right here. Here, let me highlight it for you in case you can't see it. It's going to repeat. Whoop. I always have trouble with these measurements. It's going to repeat that move right there. So it's going to do like a 5 to 6x from 50 cents to 290. That was the last move. So this next move is going to be another 5 to 6x. So it wouldn't surprise me if once XRP started moonshotting, it'll probably take about a month to get there. But it'll probably hit around $11.50 to $13 once XRP does its next leg up. So stay bullish on XRP. you're gonna reap the rewards here in a few months. I do believe it could get to at least $15 this cycle, potentially all the way to $30. So yeah, guys, stay bullish on XRP. Not much more to say. I mean, it's just going sideways. I don't want to bore you guys with the same old analysis that I do every video. But just main thing is stay bullish on XRP. I do believe it's gonna have a massive cycle, and you're gonna reap the rewards here in a few months here. And subscribe to the channel in case you're new or you just want guidance on when to sell. Because even if you're not new, it's a lot of people are not that good at the charts, or it's really hard to know if you're listening to like other big YouTubers, that are gonna tell you that that the cycle is gonna last much longer. A lot of big YouTubers are gonna start saying that the bull run is gonna keep going until 2026, but most likely it's not. Subscribe to the channel, and at least I'll let you know when I'll be selling my XRP and most of my coins. And you could always ask, altcoin requests. I'll gladly do it for you for free. I know a lot of YouTubers right now they're charging, but I'm a small channel, so I'll do it for you for free. And and at least you'll get my point of view, my opinion, and and you could base your own decision on that. Never buy or sell any coin because I say so. Remember that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You have to learn to do your own research, learn to read the charts, and only invest in the markets the money you're willing to lose. So that's basically the XRP update, and let's get right into the XLM update, guys. All right, current price of XLM is 41 cents. Oh no, 40 cents. It's 0.407, so almost 41 cents. It looks like it's doing the same thing as XRP, just going sideways. We did get a bounce today, January 10th. We managed to close at 41 cents for. The day before that, we closed at 39 cents. So we're definitely just going sideways. I do believe this local low here of 38 cents is gonna hold. I don't think it's gonna go any lower. I think we're just waiting for Bitcoin to go to higher prices, and then XLM is going to moonshot just like XRP. My next moonshot for XLM is also like another 5 to 6x, because XLM was at 9 cents here before the elections, before the USA elections. It was around 9 cents, and then moonshot a good 7x all the way up to 63 cents. All within a month. So I expect the same thing for XLM. Once Bitcoin makes a new all-time high and goes parabolic, I do expect XLM to do another 5 to 6x from this price. So 5x from this price would be around like $2. So my next price target was somewhere between like $2 and $2.40 for XLM. But again, it's gonna take somewhere between like about a month to play out. So if XLM started moonshotting today, January 11th, that's the trading day. It would take about until February 11th for that 5 to 6x to play out. But it'll be basically going parabolic, grinding to the upside. But we might have to wait a little bit more. Looks like we're just gonna go sideways. You remember the consolidation or the ranging periods? They've been lasting during this cycle anywhere between like 2 months to 8 months. Now I don't think it's going to take 8 months. I think it's going to be closer to 2 months, because if it took 8 months, then that's basically the end of the bull run. So I definitely don't think it's going to take 8 months. I definitely think this ranging period or this consolidation period, or you could also call it accumulation period, it's going to take probably another week or two. But definitely I do think by January 20th, once Donald Trump comes in, if we haven't gone parabolic by then I guess we'll have a Donald Trump pump. So sometime soon, Bitcoin's going to go parabolic, and XLM, XRP, and all the cryptos are going to follow. So stay bullish on XLM. If you've been listening to my videos, you already know that my price target is for XLM at the top of the bull run is between $3.50 and $7. Again, a 50x from the bear market low of 7 cents is $3.50, and a 100x from the bear market low is $7. But to get to that $7, we really need Bitcoin to get somewhere close to 250K. Oh, and I forgot to tell you my price prediction at the top of the bull run for Bitcoin. but I do believe Bitcoin could get to 180K. That's like my realistic price prediction for Bitcoin is around 180K. And my extra bullish price prediction for Bitcoin is around 250K. But much higher than that, I don't really see Bitcoin happening. I don't see the Bitcoin price getting higher than 250K. A lot of people are calling for like a 500,000 Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin, but I just don't think that's possible. I've already shown in previous videos that there's diminishing returns. I won't show you in the charts this time because I've already shown it. But basically, on the 2017 cycle, from the bear market low, Bitcoin from the bear market low to the top of the bull run on the 2017 cycle, Bitcoin had a 129x. The bear market low was in January of 2015. I believe it was $152. Wouldn't you have liked to buy some Bitcoin at $152? And then it topped off in December 2017 at $19,966. And I did the math on that, and that's 129x. So from the bear market low to the top of the bull run in 2017, it was a 129x return. And then for the 21 cycle, the bear market low for Bitcoin was $3,128 that it did in 2018, sometime in 2018. I forget the exact date. I think it was also like January 2018 or I forget the exact date, to be honest. But basically, the bear market low for the 2021 cycle was $3,128, and the top of the bull run on November 2021 was $69,000. So if you divide $69,000 by 3,128, you get a 22x. You get 22. So on the 21 cycle, Bitcoin did a 22x. So that's already diminishing returns. The 2017 cycle, we had 129x from low to high. 2021 cycle, we had a 22x from low to high. So this time, I definitely expect less than a 22x. I definitely don't think Bitcoin could do more than a 22x. If we take the bear market low of this cycle, which was $15,400, times 22. Here, let me do the math real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll do the math real quick and see exactly what 15,000. I'm just gonna round down to $400. So 15,400 times 22. That would take Bitcoin up to $338,000. So that would be the top of the bull run, $338,000 if the 22x was to repeat. But as you already saw, there's diminishing returns. So I definitely think that it's going to be less. So I think it's going to be anywhere between like a 12x to a 17x. So 12x would be right around $180,000, and a 17x would be right around like 250K. So that's why that's my price range for Bitcoin, and I don't think it could go much higher than that because there's diminishing returns for Bitcoin. That's what it has been showing in the charts, and I go by the chart. I don't go by the by the news or by the moon boys saying it's going to go over $1 million or $500,000. I don't think that's possible this cycle. Maybe in the next cycle it could go to $1 million, but not this cycle. All right. So let's look at the Jasmy update. See what Jasmy is doing at the time of recording. Current price for Jasmy is 0.31. So basically 3 cents. Same thing. Nothing new. Just gets repetitive. We've just been going sideways. Looks just like the sushi swap we just went over for Big Baby G. Today we closed on January 10th. We closed at 0.3192. So basically the same price we're at right now. Just going sideways. Yes, the day before that we closed at 0.3123. Same price. And the day before that we closed at 0.3295. Just a penny more. So we've just been going sideways. Actually less than a penny more. So we've just been going sideways basically. Just gonna range between like 3 cents and 4 cents until Bitcoin goes parabolic. I do believe 0.28, which is the local low I made on December 20th, is going to hold. I don't think we're going to go lower than 0.28 cents for Jasmy. So, not to get too repetitive, if you listen to my videos all the time, you already know, we're just going to, we got to stay strong. Jasmy's just going to, consolidate between 3 cents and 4 cents until Bitcoin goes parabolic. But the first thing we got to do is flip this 4 cents into support, because it's been acting for resistance for a long time. Only for like a couple of weeks here, we managed to flip 4 cents into support, but then we came back under, and now it's resistance again. So we got to flip it back into support, and once we do that, we'll be ready to go to higher prices. So once we flip Jasmy into support at 4 cents, we got to break above 6 cents. And my next move for Jasmy, my next price target is around 8 to 10 cents, because I do believe it's going to repeat this move here. Once Bitcoin goes parabolic again, I do believe it could repeat this move here from like 2 cents. It did like a 3x from 2 cents to 6 cents. So that's my next price target for Jasmy. Once Bitcoin goes parabolic, I do believe it'll do another 200% move. So I do believe it'll go from 3 cents to around 9 cents. So that's why my next price target for Jasmy is somewhere between like 8 to 10 cents. But we have to wait for Bitcoin to go parabolic. We have to wait for Bitcoin to make a new all-time high. It's got to break through 108,000. And most likely, it's going to get above 120K, Bitcoin is. And then it will have a 30% correction. But there is potentially a good chance it could go as high as 138K before it has a 30% correction. But we will wait and see what happens. I'm being conservative, and I'm saying that Bitcoin will at least go above 120K before we have a 30% correction. But for Jasmy, just stay strong. We're just going to keep going sideways. We're just waiting on Bitcoin. And once Bitcoin goes parabolic, Jasmy will too. And in case you don't know, my top of the bull run price prediction for Jasmy is between $1 and $1.50. Realistically, I do see it getting to $1. I do believe it could get to $1, and it's going to take a lot for Jasmy to get to $1.50. It's going to take Bitcoin, to get around 250K for Jasmy to get to $1.50. But for sure, I do believe it could get to $1. Now, there's a lot of people saying it could only get to like 30 cents or 60 cents. But even if it only got to 30 cents or 60 cents, I would be happy because, I bought it at 0.005. So that would be like a lot of gains for me. If it got to 60 cents, that would be over 100x for me. And if it got to 30 cents, that would be over a 50x for me. But really, for those lucky few who bought the bear market low of 0.028, because that was the bear market low for Jasmy at 0.028. If it got to as high as 30 cents, that would be like 100x. And if it got to as high as 60 cents, it would be a 200x. Now, if my price prediction comes true, and I hope it does, $1 will be over a 300x from the bear market low for Jasmy. And for me, it would be about like over 150x for me from when I bought Jasmy at 0.005. So, things looking good no matter what. I think Jasmy is going to make a lot of millionaires. I think I'm very bullish on Jasmy. I think it's going to be one of those chosen cryptos. You guys already know, my chosen cryptos. I believe there's, a lot of chosen cryptos, but, I do believe Jasmy is one of them. Just like XRP and XLM are too. But I do believe Jasmy is going to do really good this cycle. It's, it's the only crypto in Japan that has clarity in Japan. It's also known as the Bitcoin of Japan. So, they didn't give it that name for no reason. So just like Bitcoin has had massive gains, I do believe Jasmy is going to have massive gains as well. And it's got a lot of narratives. Jasmy's doing a little bit of everything. It's doing the Internet of Things narrative. It's doing the Web3 narrative. It's got an AI narrative. It's got a robotics narrative. It has a medical narrative. And in case you don't know, the Jasmy team also plans to do like a lockup on the Jasmy tokens. Right now, a total supply is the same as the circulating supply, which is around 50 billion Jasmy. But they do plan to do a lockup sometime this year. And their goal is to lock up over 50% of the Jasmy token. They really want to get as low as 14 billion token supply for Jasmy. But even if they only did a 50% lockup, which would be around like 25 billion Jasmy circulating supply, that would make the Jasmy price moon. I mean, that would make Jasmy go to $1 so quick, maybe even go to $2, quickly. So I do expect big things for Jasmy. And also, in case you don't know, the Jasmy team is comprised of real successful people. There's 4 ex-Sony executives running Jasmy. The president, the CEO. There's like 4 of them running Jasmy, and they're basically I believe they're gonna do the same thing they did with Sony to Jasmy. They're gonna make it very successful. They're gonna make it a household name. They're gonna basically make sure everybody knows about Jasmy at the top of the bull run. Everybody's gonna be following into Jasmy. Everybody's gonna know about Jasmy, just like everybody knows about XRP, XLM, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Solana, Ethereum. Everybody's gonna know about Jasmy too. I do believe it's gonna be a household name pretty soon here. Once it has massive gains. So that's the Jasmy update, guys. Expect good things for Jasmy. Have conviction on Jasmy, and you'll reap the rewards on Jasmy here in the next few months. Subscribe to the channel if you want to know when I'll be selling my Jasmy. In case you own some Jasmy too and you want some guidance. Let's take a look at the others chart, which is basically the crypto total market cap, excluding the top 10 cryptos. So this is more realistically with all the altcoin market cap, because it excludes the big caps. It's doing the same thing, just like most of the charts. Just kind of going sideways. We did bounce back today. We managed to close back up 338 billion market cap. Yesterday we closed at 328 billion. So we closed 10 billion more. So that's really good. We're bouncing back. A lot of the altcoins are popping off. And it looks like we're just ranging, on this chart here between like 324 billion and 393 billion. So we're just gonna keep ranging until Bitcoin goes parabolic again, and then all the altcoins are gonna take off. Watch. I'll show you the chart. Once Bitcoin goes parabolic and all the altcoin charts go parabolic, this chart's gonna go parabolic. It's gonna surpass its local top here of 451 billion. And I wonder how high the altcoin the altcoin market cap is gonna be this high. I mean, I believe the Bitcoin is gonna get to somewhere around right now. What's the Bitcoin market cap? Let's see. Let me go to coin market cap. Let's see what the market cap for Bitcoin is. The market cap right now for Bitcoin is 1.8 trillion. But I do believe at the top of the bull run, it's going to be close to $4 trillion for Bitcoin. So how high is the altcoin market cap? Last cycle, the altcoin market cap was around 2 trillion. So I mean, if Bitcoin is going to at least do like a 4x, because last time Bitcoin the market cap for Bitcoin was 1 trillion and the altcoin market cap was 2 trillion. So if it's going to do like a 3x, if Bitcoin's going to do a 3x, the altcoin market cap could go as high as like $6 trillion. So you're going to see this other chart just go massive. Right now it's at 336 billion, but it has a potential of doing like a just going up to like 3 trillion, somewhere between like 5 trillion or $6 trillion at the top of the bull run. So we'll see what happens. Last cycle it topped off at 2 trillion. Maybe it'll only go to 4 trillion, but it does have a potential. Maybe it'll go as high as like $6 trillion. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but the higher the better. I hope it goes to $6 trillion or more. So we'll see what happens. For sure, we'll see what happens. Let's see. I had a couple articles I wanted to share with you guys, so you guys remain bullish. Remain bullish in the market. Don't let all these bears flood you out of the market. I want to share this article with you guys, which kind of shares my idea of where Bitcoin is going. Okay, this says Bitcoin analyst explains why BTC could avoid a drop under 90K. That's what I'm thinking. I do believe 90K is going to hold. I do believe 90K is the line in the sand for Bitcoin. I don't think we'll go below 90K. Now the market maker might make Bitcoin price wick below 90K real quickly, but it'll recover quickly. It might just have a quick wick below 90K just to scare everybody out, just to shake all the weekends out, make everybody fearful. But remember, when the market's fearful, I've shown you the Warren Buffett quote. You have to be greedy when everybody's fearful. That's the time to buy the dip. So the article reads like this: Bitcoin whales, an increase in speculative appetite and other macroeconomic factors are playing a role in keeping BTC price above 90K. Bitcoin's price dropped a new range low at $91,055 on January 9th, its lowest value since December 1st. The next psychological support range remains under 90K, and some market analysts continue to forecast a decline below this level. Not me though, I don't think that's going to happen. However, the following 4 reasons suggest that BTC may avoid a drop below 90K. Crypto Fear and Greed Index drops to 3-month low. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index dropped to 50 from a high of 78 after the BTC price dropped 9% between January 7 and 10. The index, which tracks broad market sentiment, fell to its lowest value since October 14. As Cointelegraph reported, the index's recent plunge is the biggest drop over the past few years and caused the sentiment to shift from greed to neutral. Technically, this is a positive development, as historically, BTC price have exhibited a reversal whenever the index has dropped to a neutral or fear zone. So this is good, guys. So this is good. It looks like the fear and greed index, dropped from 78 to 50 right now. So that that's going to change the market sentiment. And just like it says here, historically, this is a sign of reversal. So we're about to reverse. We're about to make a violent move to the upside at any time. So here's another reason why it's probably not going to drop below 90K. Bitcoin metrics indicate market peak is not in yet. Bitcoin raised bearish concerns after it failed to hold the position above $100,000 on January 6. A series of 4 liquidation events in 2 months indicated potential weakness and liquidity drought, and the markets prepared for another period of corrections. However, from a fundamental point of view, Bitcoin hasn't triggered any bull market peak indicators. Data from CoinGlass highlighted that the apex crypto asset is yet to retest or surpass its previous market top signals. The bull market peak indicator consists of 30 conditions varying between charts and indices, but none of the metrics tapped previous bull market highs from 2017 and 2021. Mickey Bull, a crypto analyst, impelled that these price drips remain an opportunity before the expected rally. That's what I'm saying. That's what Top Crypto Bull is saying too. This is an opportunity to buy the dip before the expected rally. I do expect a violent move to the upside on Bitcoin at any time. So, and it's not financial advice, but what I'm doing is I'm buying the dip. I'm buying the dip on Bitcoin and my favorite cryptocurrencies, and maybe you should too. But again, not financial advice. Okay, another reason why it's not going to dip below 90K, the Bitcoin price is not going to dip below 90K because Bitcoin whales have also bought 34,000 BTC after the end of the year. While short-term volatility is shaking out weak hands in the market, large holders have been actively accumulating Bitcoin since the end of December. Kawi Oliveira, head of research block trends, mentioned that institutional investors have accumulated over 34,000. They have accumulated over 34,000 BTC, worth $3.2 billion since the drop below $108,000 on December 17. So yeah, all these whales, guys, they're accumulating. So we have to do what the whales do, not what they say. Don't listen to the FUD out there. Listen to what they do, and they're buying more Bitcoin. So that's going to make the price go up. So because the bull market is not over. Okay, another reason here. Selling a $6.5 billion in BTC in 6 trading days seems impossible. One of the key bearish catalysts impacting Bitcoin price over the past 2 days has been the rumor surrounding the U.S. government potentially selling over $6.5 billion in BTC. In light of this, crypto commentator Maya said it might be impossible for the government to execute the sales within 6 trading days, With President-elect Donald Trump taking office on January 20th, Maya highlighted the complexity of selling such high amounts of BTC during an imminent key political event. The issue gets more complicated because Trump said he plans to establish a Bitcoin reserve, which means it will potentially be a topic of discussion during his official appointment. In short, the crypto enthusiasts argued that a reversal is more than likely for Bitcoin since the market has already priced in the bearish speculation. After sweeping the lows below the previous range on the daily chart, Bitcoin liquidity pools are now chasing the upside as indicated by Mickey Boom. Although a wick below 90,000 for Bitcoin remains possible, the analysts predicted that a V-shaped recovery would be on the card. That's what I'm saying. Just in case the market maker, does one last shakeout and makes a quick wick below $90,000 for Bitcoin, it'll be a quick V-shaped recovery. So don't get shaken out if that happens. We have to, leave it out there as a potential, but it's not a reason to sell off or to get scared or to think that the bull run's over. Don't listen to the FUD out there, and don't listen to this FUD here about the government selling $6.5 billion of BTC. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna sell, that much Bitcoin, but whether they do or not, that doesn't matter. I mean, all the whales will buy it up. If they do end up selling $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, Michael Saylor and BlackRock and all these big institutions, they'll just buy it up because they're a lot smarter than the U.S. government. They're all about making money, so they don't want to make money. And I don't know why the government would sell it. The only reason I could think about it is just for the current administration is just gonna do it out of spite because since they know Donald Trump wants to make Bitcoin reserve currency, so they just might sell it out of spite. But who knows if they'll even sell it? They might not even end up selling it. It might just be more FUD out there, just more news, more noise. But it doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect Bitcoin. If they do end up selling it, Michael Saylor and then BlackRock, Grayscale, Kathy Woods, all these big rich people will just buy it right up. So don't listen to the FUD out there. And I do expect 90K is going to hold. Oh, one last bullish news here I wanted to share with you guys, so you guys remain bullish. Just in case you're feeling bearish, I got some more bullish news for you guys. New Hampshire, North Dakota introduced bills for strategic Bitcoin reserve. According to Satoshi Action Fund CEO Dennis Porter, the North Dakota BTC bill already has 11 sponsors. New Hampshire and North Dakota have become the latest U.S. states to introduce legislation for a strategic Bitcoin reserve, signaling a continued push among lawmakers to diversify state treasuries with the cryptocurrency. So basically, guys, we already got. I think Pennsylvania. Let me see. It was another state that already did this. Let me see. I think it was Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, Pennsylvania. See, in November, the Pennsylvania House of Representatives introduced its own legislation of state-level Bitcoin reserve model. So basically, Pennsylvania, North Dakota, and New Hampshire, they're trying to, introduce bills for a strategic Bitcoin reserve for their state, and this is going to make more U.S. states follow. I wouldn't doubt, if more and more USA states are going to do this as well. So definitely remain bullish. A lot of bullish news out there for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now let me see if is there more. One last piece of pro crypto here. Pro crypto news. Pro crypto CFT boss subcommittee rumored as Trump inauguration nears. New report suggests the U.S. Senate Banking Committee is looking to create its first crypto subcommittee, while Trump is reportedly eyeing a pro-crypto CFTC commissioner to take agency's helm. The U.S. Senate Banking Committee is reportedly set to create its first ever crypto subcommittee, while a pro-crypto commissioner is now a top pick to replace outgoing chair of Commodity Futures Trading Commission, according to the two reports. So I guess they're nominating like Cynthia Lummis. And also the other one is what was the other one's name? Tom Tillis and Bill Haggerty were being considered for the new crypto subcommittee. So basically, I don't want to read the whole article, but basically just more bullish news. There's going to be a pro-crypto CFTC boss coming in, and the U.S. Senate Banking Committee is looking to create a first crypto subcommittee. So that's very bullish. I mean, it looks like the USA government is going to be very pro-crypto this 2025, and it's probably going to last 4 years or more. At least 4 years, because that's, Donald Trump's going to be in office for 4 years. Who knows? On the next 4 years after that, we never know. But at least the next 4 years are going to be very bullish for crypto and Bitcoin here in the USA. So just wanted to give you guys that bullish news, just in case you guys were feeling bearish. But there's no reason to be bearish. Remember the Bitcoin 4-year cycle, 1 year bear market, and 3 years of bull run. We're in the 3rd year of the bull run, which is the final year of the bull run, which is the best year of the bull run. It is the parabolic bull run year for Bitcoin and cryptos. So remain bullish in the market. Have conviction on your cryptos. There's some early bloomers. There's some late bloomers. So definitely, if you see that your crypto hasn't gone parabolic, if your crypto has not gone parabolic yet, don't go chasing green candles. It will have its day in the sun. It will eventually bloom. Like cryptos like Crow and the Crow ecosystem, the Kronos blockchain ecosystem, and cryptos like Sushi and other cryptos out there are going to be late bloomers, in my opinion. So definitely, stay bullish, and you'll reap the rewards here in a few months. All right, guys. Hopefully, you guys like the videos. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. This Stop Crypto Bull signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.